It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely completely random podcast for Saturday, November 14th, 2020. We survived Friday the 13th. It's a miracle! And we are less than 2 weeks away now from Thanksgiving. You know, that time of year when everybody just gathers around a giant turkey and goes to town on it. As for me, I go to town on chicken. Good old chicken. But anyway, what do I got to discuss this week? Well, believe it or not, Pluto TV is going to be streaming Yugioh Vrains. As if you couldn't just watch it on Tubi and one of the other many stations that actually have it. Pluto, though, is actually kind of fun. I actually like their streaming platform. It's like online cable. It's free, it's fun, it's cool, though it glitches, but still. Mewtwo is back in Pokemon Journeys. Oh, Lord, why? The CGI abomination was bad enough. I thought it was going to be better than it was, but my God, that was horrible. Webtoons is partnering up with Vertigo Bound Entertainment and Rooster Teeth Studios for something. Well, that's going to be interesting. Gamestop is challenging its employees to a TikTok dance competition in one of their most scummiest moves ever. Yeah, you heard me. And I'm sure by now a lot of you have seen the viral videos of the Xboxes blowing smoke out them tops. Yeah, apparently there's videos out there proving this is a myth. However, Microsoft isn't still 100% sure yet either, but yeah, this begs some questions. And of course, what type of a podcast would this be if I wouldn't have some type of a Pokemon topic? Because it turns out there's a new Pikachu Cushion to help you type on your PC. Because... well, of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? It's freaking Pikachu, for God's sake. Why would there not be a, new thing for him? I mean, Pikachu's the mascot. But all this and more this week on the absolutely, completely random podcast. But before we get into that, I'm sure you know the song and dance by now. If you don't, pay attention. And sing along if you know the words. If you're looking for some strange oddities, weird stuff, one person's trash is another person's treasure, feel free to swing by my eBay page. That's ARHOADS-2012 at eBay. I have a wide variety of crap for sale, from trading cards to DVDs to video games to movies. Well, okay, movies are DVDs, but you get the point. And all available for you to take a look at. Remember, the holidays are coming, and with everything going on in the world, online shopping is your new best friend. Because you can order it online, you can get it shipped to you, you can package it, and then you can mail it off to your friend, all without having to leave your home. No, seriously, you can actually send it out via the post office's online system, provided you get it in by like 2 o'clock in the frickin' morning, and they'll get it in time for the holidays. Ah, yes. This beats going to the stores, and besides, you can always get better deals online. I mean, hell, why do you think Toys R Us was going out of business? The games there were cheaper on eBay and Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I don't do Amazon, but I do eBay at ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. You can also follow me over on Twitter at @TakerRoads. And check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And while you're here listening to me blather on about useless shit, for however long that I do, feel free to hit that comment, can't even talk tonight. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, ring the notification bell, and, everything else you usually do here on YouTube. Because this is YouTube, this is where I live, this is my home. I'm like Doctor Who and the TARDIS. Yeah. It's never a fun thing when you say it out loud, though, is it? No, I guess not. Alright, this is the point where I usually talk about how my week went so far. So, the no overnights is really going well so far. 3 days in a row this week. Every other day this coming week. So I'd be working like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, so how did my week go? Well, ironically, a little better than last week, though the fall off from last week is still kind of bugging my mom and I, so that's never a good sign. I did put up a channel update video, so everybody can kind of be made aware of that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Otherwise, I mostly just played some Puzzles and Dragons this week. The King of Fighters collaboration started back up. I ended up getting my Shiranai, so I'm actually content now. I mean, I'll still, because I have like a lot of magic stones that were building up, and I ended up getting 100 of them, like everybody else, and I ended up getting a few other stones and that, so I kind of like let them build up a little bit, and I'll use like 5 of them every, like, oh yeah, I kind of feel lucky today. Let me try a spin at the, the egg machine, and if I fail, I don't get anything. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I at least tried. Plus I did this massive, because they had a thing with the achievements where you could go through certain levels. If you beat certain criteria, you could get yourself a whole bunch of magic stones, which I did. And so I ended up netting me a decent chunk of magic stones, which really made my day. But yeah, so I was playing that, watched some YouTube videos. That's pretty much been my week at this point. So yeah. I mean, I haven't really done much. I do apologize, like I said, for last week. I didn't really have many videos recorded. I kind of burned through what I had recorded, trying to figure out some stuff here for my channel. And with stuff going on now, with me right now, I'm trying to get as much stuff done as I can, just in case I can get it out. I can get it scheduled, and I can have it so it'll come up. But I don't have anything set in stone. I don't, have a lot of stuff recorded. And like I said in my update video, I am wanting to try to take my channel up to a new level. So that's going to take a little bit of time to do too. So it's all a bunch of things that just are all coming together to make me look like an idiot, basically. But yeah, otherwise my week went by kind of easily. Wednesday was Veterans Day, so I didn't have to worry about going to the post office or anything. I ended up going on Friday. I stopped on my way home Wednesday, got a bag of chips, and it's ironic. I ended up finding this bottle of this water. I guess Powerade does it. It's called Bolt. I kind of thought this was like weird, and I think I still. Oh no, I don't have one around me anymore. But I thought I had like an empty bottle of it around me, but I don't think I do anymore. But it's like really cool. I came upon it during the summer. They had at the grocery store I go to, and it was like 88 cents or 77 cents, and I was like, oh, I'll pick up a couple of these, give them a shot, and it's not bad. I recommend the mixed berry one, though, but it's not bad. But when I was out getting the bag of chips, I was like, I'm really thirsty, and I know somebody out there is going to go, you're eating chips. What the hell? I'm eating chips because for me, I've been eating like ramen or hot dogs for lunch, so the bag of chips, which is like a 12-ounce bag, actually balances it out, and it's giving me some extra calories to burn, even though I know it's not, it's just empty calories, but it's giving my stomach something to kind of register that it's full, because I kind of do feel full after I'm done eating them. So it's just how my mind works. I don't know how to explain it well, but that's how my mind works. But yeah, so I was doing that. So I picked up a couple bottles, and I was drinking that on Wednesday and Thursday. No, Wednesday and Friday. I saved it for Friday. But yeah, so that's pretty much been how my week went. Did it the whole week, basically. I watched Shark Tank today with my mom. So I was building up like 2 episodes, and then we watched Shark Tank, and I hate it when they start crying on Shark Tank, when the people come in, and then they start bringing the waterworks, thinking that's going to get the sharks to jump on board. I hate that with a passion. I always have. It's like the dollar bid on The Price is Right. It's never good. But I'm looking forward to this podcast. I really am, because this is going to be a fun one. So let's dive in. Let's get started, because I got some topics to rip a new one into, don't I? All right, so let's start this week off with a topic that, ironically, I had seen online, because I do subscribe to Kotaku's newsletter. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't want to touch it because I'm not a fan of TikTok. I don't enjoy dealing with it and all the crap and shit that was going on with it. I'm like, no, I really want to avoid this with a 10.5-foot pole. And then I ended up pulling up one of the clips from the CU podcast, and I was like, okay. So after watching that clip with Pat and Ian, by the way, you guys were priceless with this. You really were. So big shout out here to Pat and Ian, the Pat Ferguson and Ian, yeah. Wow! Wow! You just did that! Wow! Okay. That's a slip of the tongue. To Pat Contry and Ian Ferguson. Not Pat Ferguson. Wow! Somebody out there is going to hear that and they're going to go, oh, I knew it! They're going to ship those two now. I'm back on their shit list now. If I wasn't on it before, I'm sure as hell am now. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. But yeah, I saw the clip from the CU podcast, and they did a really good job on this, and I'm like, oh no, I want to have it. This is kind of like, okay, I want to touch this one now. I've changed my mind. Let's talk about it. So GameStop is challenging their employees to a TikTok dance contest to earn a slew of prizes for the store, including extra hours during Black Friday. So first off, you are officially, and this is what bothers me, okay? You are officially giving out extra hours to work as an incentive for your employees to make an ass out of themselves. Just want to clarify that. So there's something about Black Friday that seems to bring out the worst in GameStop's corporate leadership. Well, that's basically brings out the worst in every company's leadership. If you ever work retail, Black Friday is the hellhole of the year. It is basically how everybody remembers Game of Thrones and that episode of South Park where like winter is coming and they were preparing for the onslaught for Black Friday. Yeah, just imagine that, but on a much more grandiose scale. You want to know why? Because it's terrifying. That's why. And the video game retailer has found a bizarre new way to appear petty and out of touch. That's putting it mildly. Oh, is that putting it mildly? So basically, this is horrible. I agree with Ian on this one. This is horrible. So, be creative. Rope in your team and have fun with it. Don't worry, you can't look as bad as the event team does. Reads the prompt for one of GameStop's latest employee contests. The incisive TikTok dance challenge. Let's do that again. The incisive TikTok dance challenge. Nah, it was better when Beekman does it. Yeah. Stores are supposed to send in their best hashtag Red Wine Challenge. So any dance routine to UB40's Red Wine. A song that, the last time I heard this song was for a freaking paper towel commercial on the radio Friday morning going to work. Ironically, I think I even heard the song then as I was sitting in the parking lot. So UB40's Red Wine, a song that hasn't been popular in like, what, 30 fucking years? And that's what you want people to... Are you insane? Dude, pick a more upbeat song. Red Wine? Seriously? That's lame as hell. I mean, look, you want to make it for kids these day and age, why don't you make it like, Snoop Dogg or something, or drop it like it's hot. Fuck, I don't care. If you really want to go out of touch here, which is what they're doing, why not go for that Discovery Channel song that was really popular when I was in 4th grade? Go for that one. That'll really get people entertained. So, the marketing firm, Inciv, I guess, is what this place is called. INCISIV. Yeah, this is insane. But the winning store is going to get awarded an Echo 8, Echo Auto, a $100 Visa gift card, and 10 additional labor hours to use during Black Friday week. Okay, during Black Friday week. Okay, see now the way Pat and Ian were wording it, it was only going to be on Black Friday. Woo! Black Friday week. Wow! Black Friday week! For those of you that don't know how labor hours work in a retail environment, every store is given X amount of hours a week. I remember getting yelled at. We had to watch our time ins and time out at work because we had to keep it as close to the amount of hours as we could without going over. It's like The Price is Right. Only in this case, you don't lose the showcase if you go over. You just get bitched at for like 2 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah. Go figure. But, here's where it gets really slimy. So, now these prizes go to the store, the winning store. And they will get the prizes. But imagine what you could do with all those prizes according to the contest. The company's event team posted its own Red Wine Challenge video on YouTube on October 20th as an example for stores to follow. And they're dancing the fucking Macarena. You want to know how I know it's the Macarena besides Pat making a comment about it? Because I saw the clip from Hotel Transylvania 3. That's how I know. You're kidding me. Apparently GameStop, though, is too proud of themselves because they didn't want to respond back to Kotaku for a comment. But this is insane. So what they're basically doing here is creating a contest for all the stores to basically battle it out, Battle Royale style. Last one standing wins. And then, just for shits and giggles, that winning store is then going to have another challenge amongst itself. Like, hey, we got the 10 additional hours. We have an Amazon, what's it? Amazon, what the hell is it all here? An Echo 8, an Echo Auto, and a $100 Visa gift card. So that's 3 prizes. They're probably going to go, okay, so here's the deal. We are going to have a little contest here in the store. Whichever one of you sells the most of these, you're going to get one of these prizes. Tell them what they've won, Johnny! Well, I'm so glad you asked. For selling those PS5s, you could win an Echo 8. If you manage to get rid of a lot of the Xbox Series X, you could get the Echo Auto. And if you just manage to sell nothing but some piss-poor used games, well then, my friend, you're going to get yourself a $100 Visa gift card. All this and more if you do your goddamn job. Now, seriously, the 10 additional labor hours, that's not an incentive for anybody to dance like a jackass. Especially to Red Red Wine. Who the hell wants to dance to that song? What, did one of the marketing execs for this place hear that song on the radio that morning and it's like, you know what? That's what we need to do. We need to make the song to Red Red Wine. Why? Why Red Red Wine? UB40? Why not Rock Lobster? If you really want to go stupid style, how about Rock Lobster or Red Solo Cup? So many other stupid songs you could pick from. Hell, you really want to make it impressive? Do something. I none of this makes any sense. But, I mean, it's scummy as hell, but none of the reasoning behind why use UB40's Red Red Wine? But 10 additional labor hours. Ooh! Ooh! Wow! Be still my heart! For the whole week? That means you can have all 5 of your employees, possibly one of them can work an extra 2 hours a day for 5 days? Wow! That's the lamest prize in the history of competitions! That's about as much fun as seeing who can stay awake while watching paint dry, and the winner gets a can of paint. That's literally the same, what's the word I'm looking for here? Substance, basically. It's the same gimmick, the same feeling. You're going to have a chance to win a can of paint by staying awake and watching paint dry. I mean, seriously! But GameStop stores have a limited number of total hours employees can work in in a given period. No shit! All retailers are like that. I like how Kotaku's like lots of retailers. No, every retailer is like that. Because if you have more hours, that means you need to pay them more, which means the company loses more money. Here's a newsflash for you. Companies do not like the concept of having to give you money. I swear if they had their way, they would charge the employees a hell of a lot more to work for them, and then the employees would have to have another job in order to pay for the job that they have. You imagine that. Imagine working at GameStop, and all of a sudden, because they're in such bad financial shape, and let's face it, with the PS5s going online only, and they're not going to have physical presence in the stores, and all the shit that's going on with everything else, and the Xbox Series X is already out, no. This is not going to be their saving grace like they hoped it was going to be. With no store sales, it's all going to be online only. GameStop got screwed. And yeah, okay, well, screw them. But they might end up getting to the point where all of a sudden they'll send out like a memo. We don't want to close up our stores, but here's the deal. We can't afford to pay you a lot, so we're going to have to start deducting stuff off of your pay. You're still going to be getting money. Now, I know somebody out there in the comment section is going to go, but Andrew, that's illegal. Technically, yes, and technically, no. There's a gray area there because they could say it's deductions that you've racked up and therefore are deducting it from your pay. They'd have to be really stringent about it. They'd have to be very, very open about it. They would have to do a lot of research on it, but it is possible. But they could end up getting it to the point where all of a sudden it'd be like, oh yeah, you know, the job where you're making, like, here's a fictional number here. Let's say you're able to make $9.25 an hour. And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, but now we have to start deducting all the shit from your pay. Now you need to go find another job in order to afford to pay the company that you're working for to have the right to work for them. And this time you're giving them an extra 10 hours for the store for a week. For Black Friday week. Why? That makes no sense to me. It seems idiotic. You're basically giving them time to work. Nobody likes working on Black Friday. That's the God's honest truth. No one likes working on Black Friday. Not a goddamn soul. If you ask an employee that goes, you like working on Black Friday, and they tell you yes, check the front of their head for a lobotomy scar. Chances are they had a full frontal lobotomy. Or they're nuts. I don't know which. But, yeah, that's insane. So even if a manager, though, wanted to give out extra shifts around an especially busy time, you know, like Black Friday, when you're banking on the sales, when you're banking on customers to come into your store to buy your crap, the time when you should go, hey, can we have some extra hours on this? I can get some extra asses on the floor, some extra bodies out there to help us. And they look at you and go, no, because then we'd have to pay them. We're not paying them. And they can't work for free. Yeah, they wouldn't then. They wouldn't be able to exceed whatever their monthly budget was. As anyone who's ever worked retail knows, work, that can't get done during the allotted number of hours still needs to get done. Yep. I know that firsthand. It still needs to get done. You get yelled at then if it's not done. And then your supervisor gets yelled at because it's not done. And then it just gets worse and worse because it's not done. And yeah, it just goes badly. But either way, you know how it stands. It just goes unpaid. There's also wage theft and different forms of it. An estimated $15 billion annually in money that's taken from workers, according to the Economic Policy Institute. So, yeah. Yeah. But this is like the huge thing. So apparently one former GameStop employee told Kotaku they're typically running their stores off strict hour allotments, which causes the managers to overwork themselves or run their stores with limited help. This is why retail is kind of dying here. It really is. GameStop has been criticized in the past for keeping its stores open on Thanksgiving Day in order to get a head start on Black Friday shopping. But unlike last year, the company will keep its stores closed. Probably because if they keep them open, they're going to lose more money for the electricity bill. And the overhead. And paying the damn employees. And probably the heat. Yeah. This time around, instead, the TikTok contest comes at a time when stores are preparing for the launch of a new set of consoles, even as the rate of new COVID cases begin to spike again across the country. Some of us have holiday help to hire and train in 3 weeks and prefer to not be on TikTok, one apparent employee wrote on the GameStop subreddit. Yeah, here's a news flash for you, okay? When you have holiday help, you got to train the holiday help. So now, which is a little more important here? Training the holiday help, or, and I want to stress the or part here, or dancing like a fucking moron for Caligula. That's God knows where. And I agree with Pat and Ian on this, because it's like, all GameStop's doing this for is either to A, sell the company after the holidays and go, look, we were big. Look at how much fun our employees have. You can buy into us. These smiling faces can be yours if the price is right. They're literally trying to put a price on happiness. It's insanity. And they're doing this because they want to keep themselves going. But this is basically scum. This is the scummiest thing. I agree with Ian. This is horrible. This is horse shit. You're basically telling employees, dance for us, puppets. Dance, damn it. Basically, GameStop's the organ grinder and the employees are the monkeys, and they have to dance for the organ grinder, go around, shake their cup, and get money from the passerbys. Yeah, from the passers-by. Yeah, that's basically what they want them to do. All so that the company can then sit there and watch the recorded video and spank it. I guarantee, I agree with them on this one, that the CEOs, the CFOs, and all them, the next board meeting they have, they're going to have an entire video competition. They're going to watch every single one of those. And they're just going to be spanking it, going, yeah, you see that? That store down there, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you feel, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what's going to happen. They're literally just going to be spanking it to these poor employees, busting their ass to make a freaking dance video while having to do all their other shit. If other places would pull this crap, I would fucking quit. Hell, if Five Below would do this, I'd be out the fucking door. I look right on and go, I'm not going to dance like a goddamn moron just so that you can get some extra store hours. That ain't fucking happening. I mean, look, I may not have any dignity left. All right, I may have had to kill my dignity years ago, but I still have some pride, damn it. And my pride tells me I'm not dancing like a fucking moron for Caligula. That ain't happening. No way is that happening. I ain't dancing it so a bunch of CEOs at the main headquarters can spank it to me dancing to Drop It Like It's Hot. Yes! You don't picture that! Don't picture that! You'll go blind! Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. I could dance. I could dance to more popular. I could have to dance to Justin Bieber. Yeah, there's no hope in that. You don't picture that either. But look, my heart goes out to the GameStop employees right now that have to do this. You want some advice? Leave that job, find a Five Below, go work there. It's retail, but here's the kicker: we're not going to treat. I shouldn't say we're not going to treat you. I can't speak for the company, but they probably won't treat you as bad as GameStop is. I mean, this is horrible. I mean, find a job. Go to McDonald's. Go to Arby's, for God's sake. Anything is better than this. I'm sorry. Anything is better than this. Look, if you have to go around, walk dogs, and clean up dog shit in the park, that's got to be better than dancing like a moron on TikTok just for store hours just to do your job. I'm sorry. No. There is no justifying this. GameStop is royally fucked up and horrible right now because of this. That's just wrong on so many goddamn levels. I mean, Jesus. This is ballsy on their part. Ugh. It's like I'm just hearing the organ grinder, just constantly playing the organ grinding, and seeing all the little monkeys out there, all the little chimpanzees dancing around in GameStop shirts and GameStop pants and a little GameStop hat, shaking their little, PS2 cups or their PlayStation mugs, and begging people for pocket change and quarters. It's horrible to think about, but that's basically what it is. That's wrong. It's wrong. So damn wrong. And all for what? Junk. Oh, you get a $100 Visa gift card. No, the store will get that. Oh, you get an Echo 8, and an Echo Auto. Who cares? You could buy those online. It'll probably ironically be either more or less expensive than your fucking gift card that you're going to get. Or no, sorry, than the gift card that the store gets. Which will then basically be a competition amongst the store to give it to whoever the fuck they want to. And those will be rigged. So yeah, you're screwed either way. This is a blackmailing contest, basically. It's wrong. It's scummy. It's horrible. GameStop, you should feel sorry for yourselves. If this is what you're going to do to your employees, implode already and save us all the trouble. Just put the final nail in your damn coffin and let's just put you back in the ground where you belong. Please. It's time to end this for good. GameStop, you royally screwed up. Horribly, horribly wrong. God, that's just wrong. Why red wine? Why? Alright, so last week, we was brought to a lot of everybody's attention in Women's Sunday that Alex Trebek passed away, the host of Jeopardy. And then you also had, the week before, we lost Sean Connery on Halloween. And I've been watching a lot of SNL's Jeopardy clips this week because YouTube recommended it for me because people were uploading it as tributes. And I did not know that SNL did Saturday Night Live did Jeopardy skits like this. But the Sean Connery versus Alex Trebek one's kind of funny. And I'm laughing at it from a cosmic sort of view here because it's just hilarious. You see Sean Connery freaking the hell out on Trebek, basically insulting him and everything else. And at the same time, it's like, oh, I have the utmost respect for you. But it still does. It kind of sucks because Sean Connery was the best James Bond that ever was and ever will be. No James Bond, no one that ever takes up that mantle will ever be that good. No one. Even Roger Moore, who was the first Bond before Connery, I remember reading an article online from an interview that he did years later, and he even said, yeah, he was the best. He was better than me. He even admitted. I remember seeing that somewhere online. But it's like, yeah, he was better than I was. I mean, think of it this way. How many James Bonds have we had? We had Roger Moore, Connery, Brosnan, Craig, and whoever the new one is now they've announced. I didn't catch her name. But we've had all of them. Pierce Brosnan sucked. He sucked in that role. Daniel Craig's blows horribly. And Roger Moore, look, let me put it this way. If the man wanted to annoy the crap out of me in exchange for a movie, he succeeded. At least with Connery's Bond, we had some unique villains. There was unique banter. It worked. The character and him were just perfect with one another because it was basically like, look, here's Sean Connery, this, mysterious man that just comes out of nowhere. You don't know what type of character he could be. And here's James Bond, international man of mystery. And it's like, dear God, that's the perfect point of this. So, of course, that has its ups and downs and everything that goes along with it. But still, it's not that difficult to see that he really was the best Bond. So it was kind of a shock to find out that he had passed away. I didn't even know he was sick, apparently, but he was. According to reports prior to his death, that he was actually under the weather at the time. So that kind of sucks. And then, literally, like a week later, Alex Trebek dies. Now, Alex Trebek was one that we knew was eventually going to pass away. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He kept everybody up to date with it. When Jeopardy came back after the places started reopening because of the pandemic, they separated. Which, first off, I did see the Jeopardy set because I watched. I was kind of curious what they did directly after Trebek's passing. I was kind of curious what the first episode was going to be like, so I looked it up on YouTube, just like the opening of it. I think it was the general manager came out, said a few words, and said that the episodes that they're airing right now were the last ones that he filmed, and that they were going to figure out something going forward then, but for now, they're just going to air those episodes in their entirety. And I was like, okay, well, that works. And I'm like, yeah, that works out pretty well. But then, I'm checking my email this morning, but before I get to that, but when I saw how they have the studio set up, I'm like, this is how it should have been from the start. Because they have the podium separated, which is a good thing. But when you're looking at that and you're remembering how Jeopardy was when it started, and by the way, there were two different forms of Jeopardy. There was the original one with Art Fleming, and the one that Trebek was on, I think, started in the 80s, I want to say. I'd really have to double check on that. But, yeah. So he kind of did the rebooted version. But there was an original one with Art Fleming, because if you ever listen to Weird Al's I Lost on Jeopardy, he's talking about the original one. So there were two Jeopardies. But, so anyway, yeah, I like the way that the podiums are now, because this will prevent cheating. Because you have to admit, in Final Jeopardy, you're sitting there, or you're standing there, you're jotting down your answers. You could easily, look over, and you can see what your neighbor's writing. And if you're in the middle, you got a real good advantage on both. That's bullshit. That is grade A bullshit. That's cheating. Wholeheartedly, that's cheating. And it's like, no, that's wrong, and this makes it impossible, and I do like that. I really do. That's how it should have been from the start. It should have been, the podiums are separated. They're put on a bit of an angle so that you can't see, what the opponent's writing or anything. That's how it should have been. I'm not going to lie. But then I ended up seeing a email this morning from a Change.org petition. People are hoping that LeVar Burton, the one that played Geordie LaForge on Star Trek The Next Generation and the one that was hosting Reading Rainbow, I think he still is, but I'm not sure, they would like him to take over as host of Jeopardy. And I was telling this to my mom today, and she's just like, no, I don't see that happening. And I want to be fair, I don't see it either. Don't get me wrong, LeVar Burton's a good actor, but I can see him hosting, he's more suited to like a children's show host, like on Reading Rainbow, because he has that personality that it's like, look, I can talk to kids, and they don't feel threatened by me. They don't feel, scared, like I'm an adult, teaching them. His personality can put himself down to their level, and they can feel comfortable. And you can see that. Versus, oh, well, here, I'm an adult, I'm just telling you how it is. That doesn't work. Then there's also, him being in the science fiction shows and that. And I was telling my mom, I could see him hosting a kid's show. I could see him hosting a science fiction show. I cannot see him hosting a quiz show. And I was kind of, rambling off like a fake Jeopardy intro, and I kind of got my mom laughing pretty hard. Where it's basically, This is Jeopardy! Here are our contestants. A out-of-work, hairdresser from... I don't remember the exact one I told him. It was like an out-of-work hairdresser from, Saskatchewan, Wyoming. Tori something or other. A retired, accountant by day, stripper by night. From Salt Lake City, Utah, Bob something or other. And our returning champion, a former IRS agent now working for a secret government organization that even we don't know what it's about. Insert name here, whose 18-day cash winnings total $55,219. And now, here's the host of Jeopardy, LeVar Burton. I don't see that. And I'm probably going to get copyright struck down from YouTube. That probably sounded way too authentic. But no, it's the point that I don't see LeVar Burton doing this. And for starters, I mean, they knew Trebek was sick, so I'm pretty sure I would assume that they kind of had a short list of potential replacements in case it got too bad. So I don't think they're going to half-ass this, but I think a lot of the actors that they might have had on the short list, out of respect for his family and fans, aren't going to just jump in and say, hey, I want to do this, let's go. They're not going to be that insensitive. And as far as Sean Connery is concerned, it's just sad that we lost him. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was one of my favorite movies. I think that was actually one of the first one of his movies I actually saw, and then I ended up seeing the Bond movies like years later on TV. Years after, I think Sci-Fi was doing like a Bond weekend or something, and I was watching like a lot of the Bond movies, and I'm like, oh my god, this is James Bond? Jesus Christ, this is good. Only to find out that, oh yeah, no, this is the better James Bond. This is Sean Connery. This is the good James Bond. This is the Bond that if you ever watch James Bond, this is the James Bond that James Bond's the most like James Bond. So, like we always do here on the podcast whenever somebody passes away, if we could, let's have a moment of silence, if we may, for the sad passing of Alex Trebek and Sean Connery. So long. Thank you for everything. Alright, so you figure Pokemon really, just goes out there. If there's something they can put their face on, or their mascot on, or God forbid their brand on, they will do that. I mean, you had what here? Pokemon Go took over the mobile market. You have Pokemon, the games that took over the portable game consoles for Nintendo. Trading card game. There was like a Pog type battle system that I remember getting as a kid. Pokemon stadiums with the actual toys you could battle with. There was a Pokemon photo printer at Blockbusters. Yeah, that tells you how old I am. I remember Blockbusters. That worked with Pokemon Snap. There's so much Pokemon shit in the world that nothing surprised me when a new product comes out and it's Pokemon. So imagine my surprise when I find out that there's now a Pikachu PC cushion for your keyboard. It's got to be interesting there. Not gonna lie. But anyway. So if your job has you sitting at a computer for long hours, Pikachu can be a comfort. So can anything else. A previously made Pikachu PC cushion has long been out of stock, but Bandai has released a new one with a more cheerful face. According to Sora News 24, the Pikachu is sized to sit on your lap and give you a place to rest your arms while doing all of your work-related typing and clicking. The Pikachu plushie is attached to a plushie keyboard to rest your arms on, but you can separate them into two pieces. The plushie keyboard shows different Pokemon on it, making it more visually appealing than your average computer keyboard. Also makes it more difficult to figure out if you're typing an A or a Charizard. I mean, that would be an interesting concept. I need to write up a report for work. Okay. Charizard, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Let's see here. We got Squirtle, Chansey, Chansey, Victory Bell. Slow King. Deoxys, Rayquaza. No, that doesn't even... That almost sounds like a fucking rap song for Pokemon. God, that's wrong. It really is. The new... I mean, the only good thing that's coming out of this is there's a plushie that you can detach from it. And you can just have a little Pikachu plushie. Then again, I'm pretty sure you could easily just eBay one of those and get it real cheaper than this. So, this new Pikachu PC cushion has a going price of 5,720 yen, or about $54, and is available on Bandai's Japanese website. Oh, there's a link. I want to see this. Show me this strange thing. I demand to know. Oh, at least they have international shipping available. That's nice. Oh, they got some Kamen Rider shit on here too. Ryuki. Let's see, doubles. There's some Gundam stuff. Okay, where's this Pikachu thing here? I don't see Pikachu. Alright. Pikachu Cushion. And I know I spelled cushion wrong. Before somebody out there in the comments says it, I know. I never spell it right. I've never spelled it right. Yeah. I'm still seeing nothing here. Let me try just Pikachu and see what that gets me. Oh, there we go. It was like one of the first things and I missed it. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Got it. Hopefully. Alright, well, is it... Man, this site is difficult to navigate here. And it just takes me back to the global shipping thing. What the hell? Alright. I'm getting more annoyed now than I was a minute ago. You want people to buy your crap, then make it a little easier to access it, you morons. I mean, crap. I had to learn how to make websites. I don't even make websites this convoluted. This is insanity. What the hell? Seriously. I just... Really? Pikachu. I cannot believe this. Is it going to give me anything? No, it's not pulling up anything. You know what? Screw it. If you want to buy it, it's like $54. Go for it. If not, buy yourself a Pikachu plushie on eBay and just get a wireless keyboard and get yourself some really soft foam from a craft store and make your own. It'll cost you just about, maybe, rough estimate, $20, 30 at the most. Do that. Save yourself some money. Alright, so this one's kind of interesting. So Pluto TV is apparently going to be streaming Yugioh Vrains. Cinedigm announced on its website that the streaming service Pluto TV has secured exclusive rights in the U.S., Latin America, and beyond to the Yugioh Vrains anime. Cinedigm is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this right. Cinedigm, I think, is partnering with Pluto TV to launch a linear streaming channel dedicated to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. The kicker is, I'm pretty sure, I can even pull this up, I'm almost certain it's on Tubi. I'm going to check right now. Give me a moment. I'm almost certain that it's on Tubi. That I could pull it up on Tubi. I'm almost positive of that. I'm seriously, I'm almost positive I could pull it up. Hold on. Yugioh. It should instantly pull up anything Yu-Gi-Oh related from that one search keyword. And okay, you didn't want to load. Figures. Alright. It says no matches. I say bullshit. It says no matches. I say bullshit. Okay, under anime on Tubi we have Naruto, Hunter x Hunter. See here, we have the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. We have Zexal. We have GX. I swear if I see Vrains on here, I'm gonna lose it. World Trigger, damn good series. Yu Yu Hakusho. Ooh, they got Hakusho on here. Nice. 5Ds. Valkyrie Drive. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Or Arc V. Well, the same thing. Arc V, Arc 5. Same deal. I know I saw... I'm almost certain I saw it on here. So I was like, oh, I could just watch it on here. I mean, okay, it's going to be getting its own channel, though. That's pretty cool. Bonds Beyond Time. I'm almost certain I saw it on here, though. I'm almost positive I saw it. Okay, maybe not. I thought you could easily pull it up on this one. I guess not. Huh. Okay, well, for once I was wrong, or I just didn't see it, or it was on, but it's not on anymore. You see Bakuman, Library War, Vampire Knight, Degrade Man. I don't see it. Devil's a Part-Timer, damn good series. I can watch that again. Mr. Otsumatsu, that can burn in hell. Nothing yet. Sea Control, that's a good one. Joe Fighter, Busu Renkin. I almost swore I thought I saw it on here because I was like, oh, that's really cool. I mean, unless it was on and it was like an error or something and they took it off, but I was almost certain I saw it on here. So I was like, oh, I could just watch it on here. That must have been Arc 5 that I saw then, and it must have just piqued my interest then. Huh. Okay, so for once I was actually wrong. That's actually kind of nice. It's very seldom that I'm actually wrong, and I'm actually enjoy it when I am wrong. Let's see if I have food on. Jackie Chan, God Mars. I don't see nothing. Nope. Okay. I was actually wrong. First time for everything. So, not exactly too upset then about that. It's first time for everything. I mean, Vrains wasn't really that good of a series though anyway, so yeah. Basically, Pluto TV plans for its Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel to feature over 650 episodes from the franchise, including the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Oh, so you're not even going to be including 5Ds. No, wait a minute. No, hold! Well, no, then again, they already have 5Ds on there, so that's not a total loss. I know 5Ds was on Pluto because I did watch a couple episodes on there. So, okay, they already have the 5Ds on there. Still, a little bit of variety wouldn't hurt you. But, yeah, I don't really care. It's going to include original music and effects scored for the Western market. It's going to include dubs in multiple languages. So I guess that works. Vrains premiered in Japan on TV Tokyo and its affiliated networks in May of 2017 and ended last September. The series is described as this. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, a duelist named Playmaker must team up with a trash-talking AI to thwart a nefarious group of hackers bent on destroying the cyber world. ranked 6th in the 100, or ranked 6th in Best 100 TV Anime at the 2019 Tokyo Anime Award Festival. The series merges virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and high-speed dueling into a fighting extravaganza. Also introduced Link summoning, which wasn't anything like I thought it was going to be, and a whole magnitude of other issues that nobody ever saw coming. Was the 6th television franchise in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, the 6th one of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. So yeah, okay, it's getting its own channel. I mean, apparently it also has a dedicated Naruto channel over on Pluto. That one I did know about. I did see that. So, yeah, it's not that bad, but still, I would rather... I mean, I would have rather it been on, like, a different network, to be honest with you, like a different streaming platform, but I could see Pluto, though. With Pluto, I have had some issues where if the connection isn't completely stable, it'll, like, glitch out, and you won't be able to watch it. And with Pluto, it's not like a streaming service. It's not one of those, like, normal streaming services where you can just pick right back up where you leave. Their stuff's actually scheduled like actual TV. So you actually are watching television literally on, your TV or your device in the form of Pluto. So if you ever get a chance to check Pluto out, I recommend it. There is an app for it. You can actually pull it up off their site. There's a whole bunch of ways you can watch it. Check it out. It's worth it. But I mean, I've had some issues with it, but then again, I've had issues with a lot of stuff from time to time. It just happens. It's the way the world works. But still, Pluto is good for anime. I watched Hunter x Hunter on there. Of course, now I can just watch it on Tubi when it works. Hint, hint, Tubi. But, yeah, this isn't that bad. It's actually kind of interesting, and at least it's not as bad as, well... No, I like Zexal. Arc 5, I think, was the weakest, in my opinion. I mean, because the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the best. GX was not bad, but it wasn't good. It was like a meh in the middle. And we never got the 4th season of it anyway, because it ended right after the other duelist, or the dual dimension, or whatever the fuck bullshit that was. That's where it ended. Because then 5Ds came on. 5Ds was okay. At the start, the ending was horrible, but that was another, we're not getting the actual series conclusion. All we got was the watered down version because time constraints and a whole bunch of other stuff and time constraints. And then Zexal, which wasn't bad, though I never even got to see how that ended because, again, it was, well, at that point, Vortex was done airing stuff. Saturday morning cartoons were dead, and we never got to see it again. So there was that. Arc 5 was Nickelodeon and Nicktoons only. I never got to see that, aside from clips online and maybe 1 or 2 episodes that were put up on YouTube. And then we have Vrains, which I'd seen clips of, AMVs, and I think 1 episode that was again put up on YouTube, but I don't even remember that anymore. I can't remember if it was like an actual episode or if I just imagined it. But yeah, Vrains isn't the world's best series, but out of all of them, next to it's the weakest. I'm sorry, it's the weakest out of all of them. I mean, I would say Arc 5's like the second weakest. At least, Arc 5's like the main weakest because it's an anniversary series that half-asses it being an anniversary. But Vrains was sort of like it's a fresh slate, let's see what we can do, and it kind of felt more like a movie that they stretched out, in my opinion. I mean, like I said, I hadn't seen the whole thing other than clips and some AMVs, but like I said, from what I've gathered, it kind of, to me, felt like a movie they just stretched out too damn thin. It would have been probably better off as like a mini series or something and then came up with a better series, but that's my opinion. I'd actually have to watch the whole thing, and my opinion might change. I don't know. So I'll have a chance to now. It'll be up on Pluto. I'll have a chance. So yay! So I have another Pokemon topic. Of course I do, because I completely forgot about the fact that I already had one topic when I was doing the thing that I pulled up a second one, and yay! So here's the first one that I had. So Mewtwo is set to return in Pokemon Journeys, which to me feels like they are now shoehorning in as many of the old Pokemon as they can, which proves that Journey sucks. Look, I'm sorry. You don't go and give Ash Ketchum an OP team in a series following him winning a garbage league. I don't care who you are or who you think you are. That shit don't fly with me. But Mewtwo has most recently returned to prominence, I guess you could say, with the CG Abomination film feature, Pokemon, the first movie in 2019. And now coming back to the small screen and upcoming Pokemon Journeys arc, the voice actor is coming along for the ride as well. Yeah, voice actor, what's it? Masachika Ichimura is coming along for the ride as well, with the episode to air in Japan on November 20th. So, less than a week away. Even though we've seen Mewtwo since the first Pokemon movie, this is the second time the original actor has returned to the role. The episode in question, Battle and Get, Mewtwo's Revival, kicks off a 3-parter in which Ash and Go head to Mewtwo's island. No. So if you're holding out for more English episodes of Pokemon Journeys, the third batch officially premieres on Netflix on December 4th. Yay! Who cares? Look, Journeys sucks. I'm not a huge fan of it. I kind of feel like they're shoehorning in as many of the older Pokemon now as they can to get the nostalgia factor up. This is not the series you would have coming off of Ash winning a league. And it's worse off that this is the one that's coming after he wins the garbage league of Alola, for God's sake. Alola bleeping sucked. And then Ash goes back to Alola, and we find out that all of his Pokemon from Alola are still in Alola. Why does that not surprise me? Because they can't, wait for it, him have better Pokemon outside of a region. Really, Professor Oak's lab probably could have done a lot of research on some of those Pokemon, but no. The Ultra Beast? No. They all stay on the island. What is this, fucking Lost Pokemon style? God. Nope. When you're bringing back one of the most powerful characters from old school Pokemon, as far as I'm concerned, you've run out of ideas and now you're grasping at straws. That's where I stand. That's my thought. It's never a good thing. It's never a good sign. And nope, and hell to the no. At least they didn't evolve Pikachu with the Thunderstone. That's the only saving grace Journey has right now. It really freaking is. Alright, so according to Deadline, which is actually kind of an interesting site, I'm amazed I'd never heard about it beforehand, but yeah, I've used it a couple times, but not a lot. So the world's largest digital comic publisher, Webtoon, is expanding with the newly launched production division, Webtoon Studios. The arm will connect Webtoon's huge library of titles and creators with entertainment platforms including film, television, interactive entertainment, licensing, and merchandise. It's a huge step for Webtoons, according to CEO Ken Kim. Webcomics have grown into a culture phenomenon over the past 15 years, especially for younger generations. This is another important step in building a greater bridge from our creators' work to on Webtoons to film, TV, and beyond. I'd rather just have an anime series of hardcore leveling warrior, thank you. Webtoon IP has had a tremendously successful track record And other mediums, recent global hits, Tower of God, Noblesse, and The God of High School, all released in 2020, showcase how beloved our series are around the world, which is true. Webtoon has formed partnerships with companies like the Jim Henson Company, as well as Crunchyroll, and the platform revealed today that they are expanding its partnership with Vertigo Entertainment, the Lego Movie, and will team with Samuel Ha-Bound Entertainment, Snowpiercer, and OKJA for a live-action sci-fi series. Webtoon will also collaborate with Rooster Teeth Studios, which will serve as both the animation studio and co-producer of a supernatural-themed action series. With access to thousands of comic series read by over 67 million monthly readers, Webtoon Studios will partner with our pool of talented artists and writers to build franchises across all medium platforms. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, I'm hoping that we're going to get, like I said, a Hardcore Leveling Warrior anime series. I feel like we still need that. We never got one. We got Tower of God, Noblesse, and The God of High School. I still swear we need Hardcore Leveling Warrior anime series. That thing would kick so much ass and take so much names. It really would. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this. I'm ecstatic. That's pretty cool. Hope to see good things from this. I really do. Alright, so I'm sure by now you've probably all seen the viral video. Apparently it's a vaping trick that's making it look like the new Xbox is blowing smoke. Well, according to Kotaku, there might be a little more to this. So viral videos are circulated on Twitter showing the newly released Xbox Series X seemingly to billow smoke. By billow, I mean billow. While this would certainly be cause for concern, more or less cause for alarm at the massive $400 price tag I think this thing had, that's a paperweight now, if it's true. Others have pointed out possible causes behind the console burning up, and Spanish Twitter news account Xbox Studio demonstrated how easy the effect is to recreate using an ordinary household vape. Like every household has. Apparently, update though, Microsoft has responded to the situation. I'll get into that in a moment. Started with a tweet from one Arek Adamovitz, I guess, tagging Xbox Poland for help with their Xbox Series X. According to a Google translation of the tweet, the system was in use for only a minute or two, still in menus, when a pillar of smoke appeared. The tweet was accompanied by a brief video of what looks like a new console owner's nightmare. Yeah, nightmare my ass. That is pretty much me watching $400 go up in flames. The video isn't the only smoking Xbox Series X making the rounds. Another posted on Twitter by Nick Blanco shows a much less dramatic display of smoke, but you still get smoke either way. And these have been catching people's attentions, and people are not happy. Adamovich, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, I really do, says the video is not a joke. Twitter users have been pointing out indications that it could be faked. Some note that no smoke is coming out of the bottom of the system. Others note that the way the smoke dissipates indicates we are looking at water vapor from a vaping device instead of cooked internal components. It's certainly a very clean smoke. I'm not saying these videos are real or fake, and I'm reading off Kotaku right now. But as the Xbox Studio Twitter account demonstrated, the effect is pretty easy to reproduce. After the Xbox Series X powers down, the fan is still spinning, pulling air from the bottom and passing it through to the top, dissipating heat. He then blows, he blows thick clouds from his vape. They're sucked through, creating the dramatic effect, which they then show you in a video. You probably don't want to try this at home. Vapor is still water, and blowing water through your electronics is a bad idea. Like a toaster in the bathtub, it doesn't end well. But there was an update, though, effective on the 11th. So Microsoft gave Kotaku the following statement regarding the posted videos. We take all product safety reports seriously, and our products meet or exceed industry standards. Findings from our internal investigations do not align with some of the claims being broadly reported. However, we are in the process of investigating further. We've also learned that Microsoft engineers have never encountered a similar smoke billowing situation during the testing of thousands of consoles over the past year. So they've never encountered a similar issue, but Microsoft still is investigating. And it could have just been like a simple glitch wire. Because I've seen smoke that comes from like Singed Electronics. I had to do a small bit of wiring in high school for Principles of Technology, and I shorted it out, and it was giving off smoke. And I have seen white smoke billowing out of stuff, including electronics. So it is possible. It is possible. Whether or not it's fake or not, I don't know. You figure the internet's quick to go, it's fake, 100%. But I don't know. If it is real, which, first off, that's terrifying if it is. Because that's a $400 paperweight now that you have. But if it's not real and it's fake, yeah, okay, then somebody just doing a neat little gag. But if it is real, that's fucking horrible. Especially a game console like this, that is just that's horrible. Oh my god, that's freaking horrible. It really is. I'm hoping that it's personally, I'm hoping that it might have just been like a small incident, like a controlled incident where it was like maybe one or two systems that glitched out, got messed up, and royally screwed up. But if not, oh boy, that's bad. That's a very, 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 very bad. Really, really is. Oh boy, that won't end well. I don't think that'll end well at all. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Don't forget to submit your questions for the November Q&A. They'll be due in, not this Monday, but the following Monday will be the deadline, so please submit your questions. Above all else, though, that's pretty much all I got. So, yeah, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Check out some of my other videos that are up. Andrew Rants, Andrew Discusses. I even have some review videos up. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff up. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the notification bell. All the fun jazz that I constantly pitch, that I and every other YouTuber pitch every single video. But still, nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in this week for the podcast. Means a lot to me, especially right now with everything that's going on with me. So, yeah, it means a lot to me. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been the Absolutely Completely Random podcast right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, and I am signing out. Bye, everybody.